Guys, welcome again. It has been such a long day, very fruitful. I've been able to do everything I wanted to do today. I took you along. I hope you enjoyed. But now this is the last part. This is the part of packing. Basically, planning is the most important thing, and so what I have done is I bought, as you saw, I bought all the foods that I require for probably to last me a month and a half or something like that, which is good. The budget was sort of short a little, but we are here, we have done it, so now it's packing. So my portions for beef lunch is 108 and beef supper is 113. Given the pricing that I got, I was not able to get, I had worked on getting 3.3 or 3 kgs basically, but I was unable to get that, so I got 2 kgs, and that's what I want to weigh on the scale and pack. Then I show you how I pack them in the fridge. So this is beef. I use this paper, I don't waste anything. So this paper, I just do this, because this first part is the one that is going to be the first. She's about to start crying right now, asking for meat. So that's the steak that I got. Acha usinipige kelele na kuomba. Aki utaenda, I'll throw you out. This is the food scale I use. It's an Ashton Myers. I've had it since 2015. It's very good, by the way, and it served me very well. It used to have a plate, but not anymore. I just use, like right now, I'm just using this. So, but you can use any plate on top. Naomba mnyamaze. Aki watoto wangu. You can use any plate on top. You just put it on so that it's at 0, and then now you can measure whatever it is you want to measure. So if you can get an Ashton Myers, it has served me well. Hata ikaribika leo, I will definitely get myself another Ashton Myers. And actually, it's my first food scale, and it has really served me since 2015, end of 2015, so up to now. So I put my plate, as you can see, then I put it on. I just put it on like that. So the first amount is 108. So that's 131. 108, perfect. 108. So this goes for lunch. I want to do another lunch. Fadhali kuiongezea ikwe to 113. Si lazima zikwe equal. You can have some more than others. Like I can have probably four lunches of beef and 6 measurements of supper. That's for 113. Sometimes I want cubes. Sometimes I want a steak. I just want like a pan-fried steak. And sometimes I want mince. So this time, what I did is I got the steak itself, and then I also got myself some mince, because I find that sometimes I want to do meatballs. Today I decided, out of my portion of 2 kgs, not a half of the 2 kgs, like a half of a kg. This is a half. So it's 1.5 of just the steak and a half of the mince. So I'll do the mince, and then I will be able to eat minced meat, or I can also do what do you call them, meatballs. Food doesn't have to be boring, but the planning to ensure that you're still sticking within your plan is very important. Someone is asking me ati kama nitakuwa nakula meatball moja. Naambia mtakuwa very shocked mkiona nikitoa very many meatballs from this. So next we are going to have the fish. I've got 2 kgs of the fish. Yeah, this is how it looks like. fever is changing me. So this is so important to do, because then I don't have a time that I will say sina chakula. Sina chakula, so me I'll just eat what is there. No. What I do is, with this packing and this planning, it looks like a lot of work, but as we said, it requires you to plan to have that lot of work. You have to do it if you want to get to where you're going. With the weight loss journey, or with a lifestyle change, I like to call it a lifestyle change, because yes, it's you're losing the weight, but eventually, are you planning to do this for the rest of your life? Number one, for me, the portion control that I have is for me to fast drop the weight. But when I do, I also have a plan for lifestyle, for basically every day. And while right now I am measuring, it's because I am required to do that for me to have an understanding. Just naturally, I can see what it is that I'm eating during weight loss, and during my lifestyle process, I will see what I'm basically measuring. Chakula si lazima ushinde ukimeasure. You don't have to measure all the time. Eventually, it comes into your head, and even when you go to eat, even without measuring, even when you go for a buffet, you'll be able to know what is enough for you. So right now I'm measuring, and someone would say, hey, hiyo ni kazi mingi sana. It's true, it's a lot of work. But why is it a lot of work? It's because there's a goal, there's an objective that I'm trying to achieve. But after I achieve the objective, I will be well learned, and I will be so much into it that I'll understand my portions even without having to measure them. It's really your choice what you want to do. Sometimes for you to change your lifestyle, you have to start by doing things in a certain mutaratara, for lack of a better word. You have to do it in a certain way, use a certain process that makes you understand what it is that your body requires. Then after that, when I move into my lifestyle, I'll still continue to probably measure to see what portions, because most of these portions will increase during my lifestyle by maintaining point. So if they do increase, I still want to be able to measure, so that I'm able to see, using my eyes, I'm able to say, this is going to be enough for me to eat. And that way, I can now move into normal life, knowing that I know what portions that I require to eat at any given time. So yes, it's a lot of work, but you didn't gain the weight at once. You're not going to lose it at once. And even when you do, it's so much work to lose the weight. I don't understand why it will be too much work to actually measure the food. It is so much work to just drop weight, especially, how it feels, even in your spirit. You know how it feels, saile, uko na kilos zimeongezeka, hujui venye utadu. Sindio? You know how difficult it is. This is 105. So, if it is that difficult, why is it so hard to actually make sacrifices that are hard also? This measuring is hard. It's not easy. But isn't it something that you're required to do, so that you don't have to do the measuring of food for the rest of your life? Oh, leo una measure, kesho drop, sasa now you're okay. And then tomorrow you just measure. Continue to measure until you completely understand what your body requires. That's really self-loving. When we say self-love, why is it that when you go out for a coffee date, when you go out to have a beer, that's self-love? But when you're actually measuring food to know what it is that your body requires, that is also self-love. Kuna mahali you have to make sacrifices, and some of those sacrifices they're not easy. For you to wake up in the morning to go to the gym, it is not an easy thing to do. But you wake up, you go to the gym. If you do, check your food also. Fanya kila kitu mara moja, and you will see that you will get to the point where even emotionally you are really, really happy, because you make sacrifices for yourself, not for others. To make sacrifices for our families, but we also need to make sacrifices for ourselves. So when you make sacrifices for yourself, that is called self-love. Yeah? Unajipenda. Jipende bure. Jipende bure. Kuna watu wananiangalia. Jipende. Jipende bure. Ndio hizo. Hiyo ni 105. Wakili ni 105. Masikia watoto wangu? Mjipende bure. Love yourself for free. Usingojee kupe Ngoje kupendwa. Utapendwa si ati utapendwa. I'm just saying don't wait for it. Love yourself. Sindio? And so finally I'm doing the chicken. I have finished with the packing as you have seen. So now it's to put them in my fridge, and this is how I have basically named my fridge. So for chicken and chicken, which is lunch and dinner, it's normally 115 grams. So I put it all here. Here I only do fish breakfast. Here I do dinner, that is beef. And here I do fish for dinner, fish for lunch, and beef for lunch. So we'll start with the chicken, which is 115. All of it goes here. So either I'm having dinner or I'm having lunch, the amount is the same, it doesn't change. So I put all of it here. These are like 25 pieces, and 25 pieces, if you count a meal twice a day is 10 days. So basically 10 or to 11 days hapo, si ndio? 25 pieces. Yeah, 11 days is 22, so 12 days, 24 and an extra one. So as you can see, those are 12 days. At least in a month, we can say 12 days of that month niko na chakula, si ndio? And with the addition of the others, because I'm not only eating chicken every day, itatosha. So this is how I pack it, and all I need now to do is pick and cook according to how I want to eat that day. And that's it. So here we have fish for lunch and beef for lunch. So this is the beef. Let's place it. Hizi si mingi sana, they're not too many. Remember, I also have the minced meat. So I also do the mince over here, like that. I pack the lunch for fish. The beauty of doing this is, if this is fish and beef, there's no way I'll think it's supper. It is not. All of it is in the same place. But if I remove and realize I removed fish instead of something else, it still is okay because it is my lunch. It is what is the appropriate amount that I should eat for my lunch. And that's it. That's fish lunch and beef lunch. So now this is fish dinner and beef dinner. So I will just pack this here. With the fish, I push it on this other side. That's the beef for dinner. Push it as much as possible in the itoshe. Then I have the minced meat. Just put them on top, but have them very, very quickly. I'm looking forward to really making those ones. So that makes the dinner and the beef dinner and fish dinner. Hizi zinakuja, maybe they're around approximately 15. If you look at both lunch and both lunch and dinner, it's 15 of each. So it still covers me for the month. Next we will do breakfast. So next I'm doing breakfast. This is fish, all of them. So just place them there. Yeah. And And I also got myself some cheese, like you saw. And most of the time I eat cheese for breakfast, like once in a week, or I do twice a week. I might do breakfast or I might do lunch, never dinner. So this goes here. As you can see, that's it. Nimemaliza kazi yangu. Kazi yangu imeisha hivyo. My work is done. Nyamazeni. So my work is done, and that's as far as planning, budgeting, and packing is concerned. This is what I do. Yes, it is not si kazi kidogo. It's a lot of work, but it is work that I do once, probably in 1.5 months, and then plan again to do the same. I take time to plan and to budget for it, because as you can see, it's not I cannot say it's a cheap affair, but it's not a cheap affair just because I am buying in bulk. Doing bulk, probably the next time I'm gonna be buying food is beginning January. When I'm approximating what I have bought, I'm seeing myself buying food in January, probably after the first week of January. So it makes a lot of sense. I hope you have learned something. I hope that this is going to help you to understand how to do planning. And as I said, it's very important to batch, not necessarily batch cook, but batch plan. You know, when you batch plan, it makes life easy for you, and it also makes the journey of weight loss a little easier on you when you have a plan. So I hope that you're going to take it upon yourself if you have not started to plan for what you're supposed to eat. And I hope that the plugs that you have seen, the people that have provided for me meat and all that, if you have cheaper places, please share. But for now, those ones are the ones that I use, and I hope that they are fantastic for you. Please remember to subscribe, to like, to comment if you love this content. I will really appreciate to hear you. Press the notification bell when you subscribe, so that every time I put up a video, you're going to get the notification and you're gonna watch the content I'm going to have. Thank you so much for hanging out with me during this day. It has been so fantastic, and God bless you. Remember to be a legend and to be a hero. For who? Yourself. Always yourself. Okay? Bye. God bless. Mwah. Ciao.